it's Kristin and it's time for some February favorites. I actually intended to have my empties up before this as I filmed that earlier, but this one will be a little bit easier to edit because I actually don't have a ton of things to talk about this month. So hopefully, you never know with me, this will be short and sweet. I was doing a lot of travel, it seemed like, in January, and just with everything going on, kind of post-Christmas stuff and that sort of thing, I was really keeping things fairly simple, particularly on my eyes. So, but let's just we'll just get into it and we'll get going. So one of the things that I've talked about very briefly that is in my Use It Up products, and I actually really like this. I went back and forth and somebody had asked me about it. And I don't know that I would do a review just on this product, but I like it better than I thought I was going to. So this is the Le Blanc de Chanel Base Lumiere Multi-Use Illuminating Base. So that is what this looks like. And it's very, let me put a little on my skin here. It is very white. And when you blend it in, I'm not sure you'll be able to see it. It really kind of blurs the lines, almost fills in the lines. I don't think you're going to be able to see, but just if you're in a Nordstrom, if you're somewhere where you can try some out, just put a little on your hand and see what it does to the lines on your hand. Like, I can see a distinct difference between where I put the product and then where I didn't. Now, having said that, on my face, my nose is the thing that gets the driest. I don't know why, it just is. So what I have found works best with this base. So, you know what, let me back off for just a minute, explain why I love it. It does seem to sort of illuminate my face, and it does say that, right? Well, Lumiere. Does seem to sort of brighten up my face or illuminate my face, and it really is sort of a sticky base, and so it helps. The Pond's BB cream, which is what I've been using up forever, it seems like, does have a good lasting power to it, but this really adds to it. It makes it last even longer. The combo of those two I really like. Nothing like combining Pond's with Chanel, but you know. I just really like the combination of those two. So, but how I apply it is, you know, put on my hands and I pretty much pat it into my face. Any other primer or that sort of thing, I just rub it in my face and have at it. I don't really pay attention to how I'm applying it. But with this, I really have to be a little more careful because if you really rub it into your skin, then it can become drying. If you pat it into your skin, it's just fine. I don't understand it, but at any rate, I really, really like it. So for sure, I pat it onto my nose. It's kind of the last area that I go to. I put it on my hands, rub it in, and just sort of, okay? You get it, I'll stop. Okay, on makeup removing, I have to tell you, I am floored by this. So a couple of friends, subscribers of mine, had sent me, one sent me a little bottle of it, which I still have yet, and then another one sent me this full-size bottle of this before it was available in the States, and I kind of had set it to the side waiting to use up some of the ones that I had opened. So this is the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. This says, even for sensitive skin, removes makeup and cleanses and soothes, no rinsing, blah, 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 blah. And it does say no perfume on there. So what I use these things for, what I use Bioderma for, any of those things, is not to remove my face makeup, it's to remove my eye makeup. I don't like a lot of removers that are specifically for eyes. So this works, I think, in my opinion, just as well as Bioderma and is much less expensive. I just put a little on a cotton pad, hold it over my eyes, wait for a second, wipe it off. It works really well. I'm blown. You can see how much I've used of it. I've been using it for well over a month now. Really impressed with this. Really, really impressed with that. So I just wanted to say, because a couple people had asked me my opinion on that, it really works well, and I feel like it is a dupe, at least for me. Now, again, I don't use it to remove makeup off my face. The only thing I use that sort of product for is to remove makeup off my eyes. I use a makeup wipe for my face. Okay. So let's talk about some eye makeup. I really have gone very, very simple this month. I mean, the simplest of simple. But I pretty much have gone between two palettes. I had pulled this out, and this is my Laura Mercier Artist Palette. And I've had this since when it came out before. I even have a 4 Looks 1 palette on it somewhere. I will link somewhere on my channel. I will link below for you guys. But you know, the shade that I just love out of here is Fresco. It's just absolutely one of my favorite transition shades. I have that in my transition area today. I also have Bamboo all over the lid. And then I have a combination of Curve Royale and Violet Ink, these two right here, in my outer corner. There's so many like super easy looks to dramatic looks in here. If you like kind of purples and sort of that really warm sort of shade, I think you would really enjoy this palette. I love it. I'm happy that it came back out again because it reminded me that it was in my collection, and I pulled it out, and like I said, I've really been using it. The other palette that's kind of been my go-to this month is the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. And I don't know, I've never done a 4 Looks 1 palette on a super neutral palette like this, I don't think. And this is one that's actually been asked, so maybe at some point I will, but I just, you know, like this is the new version of it. The older version, this shade right here in the older version was full of glitter. It's not anymore. It's just a really beautiful lid shade. That is the one in, what is it called? Silk Teddy. Has a great brow bone shade here, has a matte brown here. It's just a great, very easy. I did a lot of matte eyes with just Heaven all over the lid. Cashmere, I think it's called. Cashmere Bunny. And the crease, deepen things up a little bit with Sexpresso. Kinds of craziness going on in my eyes, but very simple, very easy. I really, really have enjoyed that. And that's what I used when I wasn't working on my 4 Looks 1 palette with the Urban Decay Vice 4 palette, which I did enjoy, but you know, a lot of times those palettes will make it into my favorites, and not at this time. I really liked the Vice 4, but anyway, enough about that. All right, I want to talk about a face product. I should have done this earlier, but so this has been in my collection forever and ever and ever, and I've been using it forever, and it's on my use it up list, so much so that you can't even see the writing on it. I have no idea how much is left in this. This is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, I believe. I just wanted to touch on this because I don't like this under my eyes at all. I will deal with it under my eyes if I'm traveling and I don't want to take 2 concealers with me, but this is really good on your face. And for me, I just squeeze it up a little bit, and I have a couple of dark spots on this side of my face. I'm looking in a mirror and the viewfinder at the same time. And then I have a couple, you know, usually on my chin area. I will just, and it's very thick, I will just sort of dot it right from here to there because none of these are open blemishes. These are just dark spots on my skin. So I will just kind of dot it along there and then go to laying down my eye concealer. I'll blend in my eye concealer, and then I'll go back and blend this out, and it stays forever, and it just blend. I have the shade in Light, if I didn't say that, and it blends into my skin very well, and it just doesn't fade away. I really have been so in love with my current foundation routine with the Pond's and the like a powder foundation and those concealers. I really have liked how that's looked on my skin, but I wanted to just mention that. And I actually am just going to grab my brush here that I've been using it with and throw this in. I have a couple of other brushes I want to talk about, so we'll do that right now. But this is the IT Cosmetics, oh boy, it's not on here anymore. It's the Airbrush Concealer. I will link it below, so it looks like that. It's dirty. All of the brushes I have to show you today are dirty. Normally I like to have clean brushes, but it just didn't work out. So for me, this just has worked so well with my under eye concealer, and I'm using up the Rimmel Match Perfection concealer. So I'll lay that down and I just blend that. This brush just works so well for blending that out. Then I go over here and I blend out the stuff on my face or the concealer that's on my face. This is a really, really great one. I used to really love a lot of the IT Cosmetics Airbrush, you know, from this particular line. Some of them started to shed on me after about a year of use, which does not please me. This one, however, has not, and this one has been a workhorse for me. I've used that a ton. Okay, a couple other brushes I want to talk about, and this is the one that I reached for this. So with the Pond's BB Cream, I really like to just, you know, work that into my skin mostly with my fingers, but to really get it in my skin, kind of the finishing sort of thing, I've been using the Sephora Mineral Powder Brush. It's for powder, but whatever. It is synthetic. So it's the number 45. I think it's synthetic. I don't know. At any rate, I just really like this one for just kind of my last sort of, I've worked it mostly in with my fingers, but just to get the last sort of lines out, this brush has worked really, really well for that. And I don't think I've ever talked about this brush, so I wanted to give that a mention. 2 brushes that are new to my collection. These were a gift from my friend Ute. I will see what, I don't know if you can get these in the States anywhere. She lives in Germany. And these are from Zoeva. So I'll show you. I like both of them, but one I just, anyway. So this is the one I really like. It's the number 237 Detail Shader. Little teeny tiny brush. This works really well for inner corner, or I also have just loved it for putting a little bit of shadow beneath my lower lash line. You guys know I haven't been doing as much beneath my lower lash line, but this is just has the nicest, like the thinnest little tip on it. I really have enjoyed this brush. This one, this is such a good brush. If you guys can get your hands on this brush, please do. It's the 228 Luxe Crease brush. It is absolutely dirty because I can't stop using it. I don't know what it is about this brush. It blends out, you know, my crease so well, or, you know, lay down a transition color, blend out a line if I'm trying to do a one shadow look. It is very, very soft, has a little bit of oomph to it, but not too much where there's not enough give to it. It's a great, absolutely a great crease brush. You know, it's a little bit softer. If you like the Sephora 19 crease brush, the deluxe, I think is what it is. This one is just a little bit better, not quite as dense as that. Softer, blends better. This is a great brush. Thank you so much, Ute. I love that brush. And then lastly for makeup, nope, that's a lie. Boy, I really kind of went all over the place. I recently got these, and I did use these before I hauled them. And these are the Estee Lauder Double Wear Infinite Waterproof Eyeliner. These are the new ones that are retractable. And I just want to say, with that Laura Mercier Artist Palette, this shade right here is like the perfect liner to go with that palette. And this is the one in Plum something, Deep Plum. I like these very, very much. They glide on very well. They smudge out very well. It's right there. This has enough purple to it, but not too much purple to it, or plum. And then this teal one is just gorgeous. I meant to insert a picture of that, but I was looking at my phone last night and I deleted it. So just absolutely, I love that. And they last forever. I mean, 12 hours plus without any sort of creasing. Really, really, really nice. I like those a lot. I had the one in black too, and that's fine. I mean, it's black. Know what I'm saying? All right, and then I kind of have fallen back in love with this highlight, so I just thought I would give it a quick mention. The Laura Mercier Baked Highlighter was Highlight 01. It just is the nicest, subtle delightfulness. And I've used this, I would say, every single day this month, and I had just picked it back up towards the end of December, it's February now, but I used it every day in January, and it's continuing on through February, so I just wanted to give that a really quick mention. And then one last thing is something that, boy, this ended up not being quick, eh? One last thing that has been sitting on my vanity, and it's almost empty, and I don't know. When I was using it today, I was like, you know what? I should just throw this in my favorites, so I'm going to. This is the Sebastian Shaper Fierce Ultra Firm Finishing Hairspray. So I used to use Shaper Plus forever and ever, amen. I just switched on to other things, and I find the Tresemme Tray 2 very similar to that. But this one, when I sit down and ladies, I'm sure you do this. Gentlemen, maybe you do too. I sit down on my vanity after I've done my hair, and I look and I can see all these little, like, you know, little hairs here or there or whatever. I'll just take a little bit of this, spray it on, pat it down, and it's good to go. I wouldn't spray this all over my hair because there's some serious hold there. But I just like it kind of to tame down my little baby hairs. So I thought I would go ahead and give it a mention. This would probably work well with the toothbrush hairspray trick where you spray a little on toothbrush and kind of, you know, use that, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know what I'm saying, let me know and I'll do a video on that. But at any rate, that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. The only fail that I had really was that Laura Mercier foundation that I talked about in my haul. The Candlelight, Candle Glow, Candle whatever. I took that back. I didn't like it at all. It did not work well for my skin. It just made me look much older. My skin looked way worse. It was not a favorite by any means. So that was definitely a fail. But all right, I think that I've told you everything that's on my face except for I'm wearing Cargo Blush in Tonga. And on my lips today, I am wearing the Chanel Double Intense, and this is the one in Light Rose. Really love these. So I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're having a great day, and in everything that you do, be beautiful. Bye.